Hey guys, hope everybody's good. I wanted to take a moment and talk to you about something. Last night I was listening to a really good message about grace and how there's hope in the end, and how our words, what we're speaking, has a very big impact. You know, I know you've heard me say this previously, and it comes from the Bible. You know, life and death is in the power of the tongue, and what you're talking about is actually what's going to come to pass. And it got me thinking about how I'm going to share something very personal with you and be very transparent here. You know, as you know, I'm a single mom, and the girl's father and I, when we first parted ways, we could not be in the same room. We could not, I couldn't just be in civil. It was very, very difficult for me. You know, I was always thinking about what he said or what he did that I didn't like, and I was just constantly nitpicking his parenting ways, and I was causing a lot of tension because I was constantly talking about, well, he doesn't do this, well, he didn't do that, well, he did this, well, he didn't do that. And life and death is in the power of the tongue. And when you spend so much time focusing on what that person is not doing or what they did wrong, and you're constantly pinpointing that out, and you're constantly nagging them, and you're constantly announcing it to the world and telling every person that you can come across, oh, he did this and he did that. Well, guess what? That's exactly what's going to stay. That's exactly what you're going to keep attracting. And it took me the longest time to change that mentality. And for more personal reasons, you know, I got to see somebody who's close to me started doing that, and it really annoyed me. And then a good friend put me in check and was like, hey, you don't like when so-and-so does it, but why are you doing it? Why are you speaking ill? Why are you going insane and pinpointing and just bringing out this person's failures and mistakes? And it really got me thinking, hey, I'm in the wrong here. I need to fix this, because regardless of what relationship you're in, whether you're married and you don't agree with your spouse's parenting ways, whether you're divorced, whether you've never been married and your baby mama or your baby daddy, you guys don't just, it doesn't matter what the situation is, but I do want to remind you something, and this doesn't just apply to parenting. This applies to your marriage, to a relationship, to your friendship, to your job, to your business. It applies in every aspect. Whatever you're going to keep talking about, if you're going to keep saying this isn't working, this is not what I want, this person never does what I tell them to do, this person is not treating me right, they never help me out of the house, they never bring the kids on time, you know, just if you're always pinpointing the negative and always focusing on the negative, it's going to stay negative. It's just kind of like Murphy's Law, you know? Whatever you put out is what you're going to attract. And it was a really big change. It was a really big self-awareness check that I really had. And it may seem, you know, like, well, it's just getting too personal. Well, you know what? I see this so much more, and it breaks my heart. But I had to come to realize that speaking ill of the girl's father was not, it's not the right way. And I stopped doing it for a long time ago. And since I started, you know, we went from not being able to being in the same room. Like, we can co-parent now. We can go out as a family now. We may not agree, and we may not, you know, like each other's parenting styles, or we may have different views and values. But we can agree on common ground now that we're doing what's in the best interest of our kids. And when you can come and realize that you guys, whether it's your spouse, your baby mama, your baby daddy, your wife, your husband, whatever, when you guys realize that you're on the same team, fighting for a same purpose, that you have a same common goal, and it is for your children, it's for your family, it's for your career, it's for your business, it's for your ministry, then you're going to start learning that, hey, I need to cultivate my words and change them into things that are going to start reflecting what I want to attract. You know, now I can say, hey, he brings the kids on time. Hey, you know, I love, and I try to go out my way now. I really do. And it's something that I've been working on, to try to at least compliment him as much as I possibly can now. Because when you start magnifying what their strengths are, you know what it's going to do to that person, to your spouse, to your baby mama, your baby daddy, or to your ex, you know, whatever. it's going to start making them want to be better in that area, because they're going to see that you appreciate it. And when you start appreciating somebody much more, guess what? They're going to be more inclined to want to help you, want to work with you, and they're going to want to compromise with you more. And since I've started to put these things into practice, it's like the communication with us has completely changed. It's, yeah, we may not be a fit, you know, as a husband and wife, but as a mother and father, we make a very good team. We take care of our kids. We know that, hey, in the end, what our kids really want, we're going to support them. We're going to make sure that they're fed, and we're going to make sure that we put our own differences aside and we get everything together so they get what they need. And it wasn't always like that, you guys. You may think, oh, well, you know, you have it all together. No, I didn't always. I wasn't always like this. I just put him on blast for any little thing. I would go and just speak ill and negative of him in any possible chance I had. And that was very wrong of me. And I noticed that there's sometimes a lot of you guys are out there doing that right now. Maybe you're not going and telling them to their face that they, you know, hey, you're terrible. But you're out there posting. And you're out there going telling everybody, well, this person never helps me. Well, I'm always doing this by myself. Well, this person's never on time. Well, my boss never appreciates me. Well, my spouse is always doing this. When you stop focusing on the negative and you start magnifying their strengths and appreciating them, that's when everything is going to start to change and get better. You think it doesn't work? Try it for a week. I dare you. Try it for a week. And you're going to start to see that the more that you honor and the more that you serve them, even when you don't want to. And that's the hardest part, you guys. It's serving your spouse. It's serving your baby mama and your baby dad. And you think, well, I'm not married. They're not, I don't owe them anything. We're not together. No, but you know what? When you have a kid, when you have family, you guys are fighting for the same common goal. You guys got to learn how to serve and honor each other. You guys got to learn how to support each other, even if you're not together. And that was one of the most biggest realizations that I've had these last few months, these last few years. I have learned to see that the less I focus on his weaknesses and what he was doing that I didn't like according to my standards, my prayers changed from God, please help him get it together, to God, help me be a better mother. Help me be a better baby mother and a better communicator and more understanding. Help me be more forgiving. Help me be more patient. See, when you start focusing on what you need to change instead of what they need to change, that's when things are going to start to change. You think I'm lying? You think it doesn't work? You think this is all just nonsense? I dare you, give it a try. And you're going to start to see that your communication, whether it's with your spouse or with your ex, whoever, your boss, whoever it is, and you're going to start to see that it's going to shift. It's going to change. It's going to become better. You're going to start to see a lot more gratitude. Things are going to be, the environment, the mood, the vibes, everything is just going to be completely different. It's going to change. God humbled me. He literally pulled the rug out from under me and told me, hey, you need to stop asking me to change him. And you need to get your heart right. You need to let me work in you before you want me to change them. Your job is not to change them. Your job is for you to become the better person and be the person that I made you to be. And God didn't make me to be angry. God didn't put me here, or He didn't put you here to be unforgiving. He didn't put you here to hold grudges and constantly call out people's weaknesses and put them on blast and make them feel like garbage and tell them that they're not good enough and that they're not meeting your standards. He put you here to show love. He put you here to serve others. He put you here to just be patient. How many times has God been patient with you? And you're losing and having a hairy connection over some socks thrown on the floor. I'm just saying, because I was there. I know, I'm speaking from personal experience. And I don't want you guys to go and lose out on so much abundance that God has for your family. Because you're losing an ounce of patience, because you're losing your temper, because it's not going how you want, when you want, and how you want. That was me. I had to be always Mrs. Right. Everything always had to be my way. And you know what? It cost me it cost me somebody who I love oh so dearly. And it's something that I will always have to live with now. Forgive you guys. Be patient with each other. Serve each other. Stop nitpicking each other. Stop putting each other on blast. Stop speaking ill about your spouses and your baby mamas and your baby daddies. Stop speaking ill about your kids. How many times you like, well, my daughter's lazy. Well, my son never wants to do this. Well, of course, if that's how you're going to speak about your kids, guess what? Monkey see, monkey do, like mother, like daughter. You guys have to stop speaking to your family like they're trash. Don't go out and give your best to the world and then come home and give them whatever's left over, whatever energy. Oh, well, I've been out all day. I'm done. You need to fend for yourself. No. You need to give your best to your family. Because if you don't, you're going to find yourself in a whole lot of regret. So I hope this helps you. I know this is long, but I just felt really the need to share that with you because I see it all too much. I've been there. I did that. And I wish I could change a lot, but I know better now. I know better now to thank God. I know better to speak life into my kids. I know better to thank my parents. I know better to stop pinpointing and nagging and just being a pain, a true pain. So go love each other. Go serve each other. Speak life into each other. Communicate, communicate, communicate. Be joyful. Make the energy and the environment happy for your kids. All right? So stay blessed. I will be seeing you soon with my friend Eileen for a new series soon.